Oftentimes, what a buyer thinks their home is worth compared to what a seller and agent thinks a home is worth can all be quite different. And when you find out what an appraiser says it's worth, some of the obvious reasons for a seller that thinks their home is worth more are sentimental reasons or sweat equity. They could have invested time building a patio or other touch-ups. A buyer is looking at the cost of making the home their own, and an agent bases their calculations off the home's location, market climate, and buyer trend. However, none of this matters to the appraiser. The appraiser has a different set of standards to go by that allows him to give a good, true value on the home. There are 5 main areas that create an appraisal value of a home. The first one is curb appeal. The curb appeal of an average home can add or delete the appraisal value as much as 3 to 5% on a home. Standard upkeep, such as manicured lawn and what the surrounding homes' lawns look like, all play a part in your home's curb appeal. Probably to most people's amazement, remodeling and additions aren't beneficial to the home. In many cases, they mean adding on with trendy additions. Another issue with additions and remodeling homes is that most people don't keep with the time period of the home. Obviously, most people want the positive side of today's modern abilities. However, these additions take away from the true value of the home unless they are done by an expert who knows how to remodel and update while maintaining the integrity of the originality of the home itself. The basics are just that. Basic items that are expected to be in good shape and working order when someone buys or sells a home. For instance, you assume as a buyer that a roof is going to be in good shape, a furnace is going to be in good working condition, the plumbing is working properly, and the wiring is going to meet general code standards for safety. Outbuildings and basements. When buying or selling a home, remember that basements are usually not considered a part of living space. Finished basements, even with bathroom, have minimal value, 2% to 3% increase in appraisal value. And once again, outbuildings are also not a part of the living space and also offer little value. The value of other homes in your market area also plays a big factor. The price and value of the homes around you means very little to the appraiser, but market pricing can be trendy and change quickly. However, you have to also keep in mind that market value is not the same as appraisal value. Now that we've established some of the main points of how an appraiser comes up with a value on a home, we need to establish how this is used. This appraisal is used largely for the lender's needs. The seller and agent will use this appraisal as a base for their asking price on the home, but this is where other factors come in which can raise or lower the value of the asking price according to different factors. Market value takes the appraisal value into consideration with a number of other factors to determine its final valuation. Appraisals don't take market values into consideration and only look at the home itself as a valuation. This is what distinguishes the difference between market value and appraisal value. Factor in the human aspect of emotion, desire, and needs, and you can see why there's always going to be a difference in what a buyer, a seller, and an agent will think a home should be valued at.